guys, it's Margaret from the Trove, and I'm back to recording. I'm back. Do you like my makeup today? This is the first time that I've worn eyeshadow in about 8 weeks, which is crazy. I don't know what happened. Life kind of got away from me, and I just was like putting on foundation and not doing any eyeshadow. So this is what I ended up with today. I was just playing around and it kind of turned into this, which I really didn't mean for it to. I was kind of going for like just a natural like gray matte look, and this is actually from a palette I just picked up at the dollar store, which is this Profusion Mattes palette, and I'm pretty impressed by how it turned out. But so that's my dramatic appearance that really doesn't go with this tank top that I borrowed from Brian today, which is Grumpy Cat good. Anyway, all that aside, I've officially made it around for 12 months and we're back to May favorites. May favorites was actually the first favorites video that I filmed last year. So I have a few makeup favorites for you, not really a lot. So let's get started. The first is a discontinued foundation that I picked up at the dollar store in May that I'm really bummed. I knew it was discontinued going into it, but I picked it up anyway, and that is the Maybelline Mineral Power foundation, and it comes in this little like squeezy tube, and I'm actually wearing it today. It gives like a natural, almost dewy finish, and that's great because like I've said before, I have dry patches and it smooths them out. It is a little kind of greasy in parts that aren't dry on my face, so I just set that with a powder and that takes care of it. But I really like the coverage. This color in Porcelain Ivory matches my skin right now perfectly because I'm kind of in the middle between super white and like a little tan, because there is finally sun, not today, but there has finally been some sun here where I live, so I got a little tan, so I don't need my super pale foundations anymore. So this is perfect, and it was only $1, and I think you can still get it on Amazon even though it's discontinued, so I might pick it up again if it's still available. Now my next and last beauty favorite from May was another thing I picked up at the dollar store, and I don't know if it's discontinued or not, or if it was just, I don't know why it was there, but it's this Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Correcting Pebbles, and it comes in just a little case. It actually came with a brush, but I took it out. It comes in this case with a powder puff, and they're just little like shimmery pebbles, just like the name. Did one just fall out? Oh my god, just like the name says. And no, they're not correcting by any means. I keep losing the pebbles. They're not correcting in any sense of the word, but if you can see, I don't know if I can get it up close without them falling out. They have this natural, nice shimmer to them, and when you swirl your brush around, the color goes away and it just gives this nice, luminous finish. So I've been using it as a highlighter ever since I bought it in May, and I'm still using it like every single day, and I'm wearing it now. I just think it gives like just a little bit of life to my skin. I've actually been putting it under my eye area, and I think that it just brings my face to life because I have really bad dark under eye circles. This was definitely worth $1 at the dollar store, but I think it retails, these in the Mineral Wear line by Physicians Formula retail for about $13, and I definitely think that this is worth $13. Now in the beginning of the month, I went to this little co-op that my mom actually used to have a booth at, where they sell antiques, just odds and ends, tchotchkes, that kind of thing. And I was super excited when I found this. You're not going to believe this. This is a new addition to my weird collection, because you guys know that I like really weird things like Sheila, my little egg lady. This is to add to my weird collection, and it is this funeral card. You know how at funerals, if you've ever been to one, they give out little prayer cards, but this is a memorial card from 1889, and it was made by the Memorial Card Company, which specialized in just making these little cards back then for people's funerals, and this one was for Mrs. A.M. Morgan, so I thought that I definitely had to get that, especially because of the name. She died September 20th, 1889 at 54 years and 4 months, And it has like this really nice poem on it that I think is really nice for a remembrance card. Do you see how good of condition this is in? You would never believe that this is from 1889. I just think this is the coolest thing. I almost didn't buy it and my mom convinced me to get it because it was only, I don't know if the camera's gonna focus, $3. How crazy is that? And there was like a whole box of them, but this one was my favorite one. And there's actually a whole box of antique photographs from around the same time that I almost bought. But I passed on that and instead got the funeral card because I just thought this was like way too cool to pass up. I actually got back into reading again in May, which I took a little hiatus because things in my life, you guys know I had the fashion show, I had my 1-year anniversary of my business, so things were kind of crazy and I didn't really have any spare time to read. So I got back into reading and I read like 4 or 5 books in May, and my favorite definitely was this graphic novel, Before Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan, and Night Owl. And it's not written by Alan Moore. I don't know how Alan Moore feels about this because he is very opinionated on people taking liberty with his work, but I thought that this was great. And it obviously, like the title suggests, explains the events prior to Watchmen in Dr. Manhattan and Night Owl's lives. I just really, really enjoyed this. I read it in one night because I was super hooked, and it actually has a bonus. Find it, hold on, backstory in it as well in the back little part. It helps to deepen the mythology and it helps you really know what makes these two guys tick. And even though it wasn't written by Alan Moore, I think that it fits right in with the Watchmen universe. I know that that was the whole point of Watchmen, that it was a standalone. You don't really know why these people are the way they are. They just are this way. But I really, really enjoyed this. I'm gonna be looking to read the other ones because I know there's like 3 or 4 more that explain like Silk Spectre and Rorschach and all the other characters. So it was a really cool read, and I'll just show you some of the concept, the artwork. It has some of the covers, alternate covers that they almost used. And I love Dr. Manhattan. He's my favorite character. Look at how cool these are. The artwork was phenomenal. Here's some of the Night Owl ones. It shows like how Night Owl and Rorschach worked together before Watchmen. It was really cool. I don't know. Really cool read. If you're into Watchmen, graphic novels, anything like that, you should definitely pick this up. I don't have a favorite movie this month, but I have 2 TV shows. One of them is kind of a movie. It is a mini series. You guys know once again that I love my period pieces, and once again, for like the 5th month in a row, a period piece is one of my favorite TV shows. It was a mini series, 5 episodes long, about 4 hours. Totally, I whipped through it in like 2 days. It was so good. It's called Parade's End, and it has Benedict Cumberbatch and Rebecca Hall in it, and Adeline Clements, I think that's her name. She was in Silent Hill Revelations. That movie was really bad, but I thought she was great in this. It takes place from 1908 to 1918 over a 10-year stretch. This really mean aristocrat coerces Benedict Cumberbatch's character, Christopher Teigens, into marrying her because they have like a one-night stand, and she says she's pregnant when really it's not his child, but they get married anyway, and it's about the struggle of their marriage and how he falls in love with Adeline Clements' character, her name's Valentine, and how the war separates this love triangle, and it makes things really awkward and really hard, and his wife just keeps getting meaner and meaner over time, even though he has to go to World War I. And it just was super, super well acted, well written, and I know it was based on a book, and a lot of people said that it couldn't compare possibly to the book, so I'm definitely going to read the book series, I think it is. So if you like British dramas or period pieces, I would definitely check it out. If you like Benedict Cumberbatch, I know there's a lot of his fans out there, you should definitely watch it. It was really good. I really loved it. And my other favorite TV show, it's okay, you can judge me for what I'm about to say. It's cheesy and so teen, like YA cheesy, but it was The Secret Circle, which was on CW for one short-lived season, and it's about teenage witches. Do I need to say more? I actually got like so into it that I read the books, which were actually written by the same person who wrote The Vampire Diaries, and they were written back in '92, and they were a lot different from the series, but the series I just got like so hooked on it. Like I always wanted to be a teenage witch. Sign me up to Hogwarts, I want to be a wizard. It was like so 90s, I couldn't not love it. Yeah, I'm wailing for you guys. Sorry about that. That was my May 2014 favorites. I actually had quite a bit of media to share with you instead of makeup because, like I said, I haven't worn like eyeshadow in 8 weeks. I definitely want to get a review on this palette up for like Dollar Tree Beauty Finds because I know they have like the entire collection out there right now at Dollar Tree, so I want to do it now before it goes away. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a wonderful week. And remember, stay cheap and leave.